Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of 40 and Beyond. So as the title suggests, I'm going to be speaking about signs and symptoms of perimenopause or menopause. So some of them will be things that I have experienced myself, and some will be things that I've just read on, and I just want to impart the knowledge to you. Now, before I jump into it, guys, I'm going to ask you kindly to support the channel by subscribing, commenting, liking the video, and sharing with your family and friends, right? I really also will welcome, or I look forward to your comments to, just to see what you're going through, to see if I can identify what you're saying and if there's anything I can learn from you. So let me jump into it now. So the first thing I'm going to speak about, you're going to be seeing me looking down a little because I have a little notes that I wrote down, because as I said, some things I have not personally experienced, some I have. So just to keep me on track, so I remember what I'm speaking about, I have some notes below. All right, so the first thing I'm going to speak about is belly fat, visceral fat. Now, I know some of us are slim and don't have this issue, but if you do and you're wondering, why is it that I'm dieting, why is it that I'm exercising, I'm just not losing this visceral fat, this belly fat, it's a part of perimenopause, menopause. We get extra weight around the waist during this time. Now, this is my experience. That yes, I've never been a slim person, but I noticed that it is so when I gain weight around the waist, especially now, and it is so hard to lose, right? So that is one of the symptoms. Now, sleep problems. I've been having sleep problems, like I think like forever, but it is even so much worse now. So what I have started to do to counter it is that I take magnesium. I probably should have had some of my supplements to show you. I take magnesium. You know what? I'll put it in the description. Some of the supplements that I'll speak on, I'll put it in the description that what I take. So I take magnesium, and I take magnesium glycinate or glycinate, however you want to pronounce it, because I understand that the body absorbs magnesium glycinate very well. So I take that. I take it with ashwagandha. That's how it's pronounced. I take it with that in the night, and also sometimes for my nightly routine I add a natural scented candle just to get myself ready to sleep. Get yourself in such a mood to have a good night's sleep. I'm not so successful, to put down the phone, cut out the blue light an hour or two before bed. Sometimes, I do still go on my phone. And I try also to pull down my curtains so that I can block out as much light as possible in the room to help with the sleep issues. Now this one, I've been having it for a while, and I'm like, why is this happening? But I was attributing it to my eczema, right? Itchy ears. Any of you have your ears itching you all the time? So I'm constantly using Q-tip in my ear, and and there's nothing coming on it direct. There's no wax or anything, but it's just that inside my ear just itching, and I just constantly have to be rubbing it with the Q-tip. What I have started to do is to put a little black seed oil on the Q-tip, and I use it in the ear, and that has helped to relieve some of the issue in my ear in terms of the itching. But yes, guys, itchy ears are part of menopause and perimenopause. As I said, I read this one. I was experiencing it, but I read it. So a doctor that specializes in this area said it is a part of perimenopause. Can you believe it? Now, another thing, I guess all of us would possibly, as women and men who are probably very close to women or concerned about their partner's health, and are a little bit integral in terms of what their body is going through, is vaginal dryness. Yes, guys, it happens, right? So during perimenopause and menopause, we can go through vaginal dryness. But I read something today that indicated that between the age of 18 to 59, a lot of women go through vaginal dryness. I didn't know that, so young it could happen. But it is a part of perimenopause or menopause that, you get a little bit dry down there. So, there are suggestions of getting moisturizers that can be used there, and, using lubricant. And there's this other video that I watched with a doctor that suggested that if you're not sexually active, you should use we call it, vibrators, yeah, toys, stuff like that, to keep it healthy, to keep the blood flow down there, to just to keep down our area there very healthy if you're not sexually active. No, guys, this may be a controversial somewhat topic, because in terms of like being a Christian, is it okay to use a vibrator? Guys, I don't know. Put it in the comments. Tell me what is your opinion on it, because the doctor suggests that if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So if it is that you're not having sex, you need to still be exercising it. I can understand, just like your body. If you're not exercising, then your body, you're gonna start feeling pain. You're gonna have loss of muscle, stuff like that. You understand me? So you need to keep your whole body active, your brain, your mind, everything needs to be active. So I can understand how keeping down there active, but as I say, in terms of like Christians, how does that one work? Because if you're not married, so you shouldn't be sexually active, then I guess it would be suggested that you shouldn't be using toys, you shouldn't be using vibrators there. But how do you keep yourself healthy? Any of us Christians on watching this video, please tell me what is your opinion so we can, flesh it out. But let me jump in. I can't not speak on how good it is to keep their moist in terms of what you can use. I can't stop speaking about okra. I've mentioned it so many times. This is my okra juice that I'm about to drink, but I just decided to jump on and do my video before I do my okra juice. So I try to have okra juice. I try to have a good amount of water. And what I've read also that helps is omega-3, like the omega-3 or your cod liver oil. That is so good in helping down there. And guys, at the end, I'm gonna tell you what I've been experiencing lately. Hope I remember. All right, so they speak about also painful sex, and I'm sure that we have possibly read about this or heard that this happens, because as you get older, the internal walls get thinner, and then if you're not lubricated, then you're going to have painful sex. So lubrication is good, and also trying to keep the area plump. And how you're going to keep the area plump? By keeping the area active. But it happens during perimenopause that or menopause, that the area you have painful sex. Now, anyone that is going through menopause, I'm going to ask to comment and share with me, do you think it is possible to, even though you may lose lubrication, is it possible to like not completely lose lubrication there, and for the walls to get so thin that you must have painful sex? Tell me what is your experience going through menopause. As I said, I've noticed drinking this okra juice is a game changer for me, right, in terms of how I feel there. Now, another thing is decrease desire for sex. Now, I don't know, since after I had my children, I realized that my sex drive like went down, and it has never been what it was, right? But as I said, I'm gonna share something with you later down in the video. So they say we have a decreased sex drive, so libido is not so high during perimenopause, menopause. Share with me also, what do you do to try and keep your libido up? And what I also learned is that when you have hormonal imbalance, your sex drive can be low and it can also be high. Guys, I don't want to get this video to be very long. It's already 10 minutes. I'm going to try and see if I can wrap it up in the next 4 minutes or so. So I may just run through the things and you just tell me what is your experience. Um, Loss of breastfulness. I know I have gone through that, but you know what I notice? If I lose weight, my breasts just go right down like slippers. But then when I gain weight, they get back full. But I notice that I am seeing that no, but I'm not sure if I can pinpoint it to perimenopause because I'm actually losing a little weight. So I'm not sure if that's a reason why it's going down. But tell me what's your experience? Muscle pain. I notice that when I exercise, I used to have pain in my muscle. But there's some things that I've been taking that I realize I'm going to assume based on reading that it has been helping me in terms of muscle pain, joint pain. I don't know. I have a bad knee from I've been in high school and I just can't get rid of this bad knee. Sometimes it's okay, another time it's bad. I notice I have a pain in my right elbow, but it is going. So they talk about joint pain, headaches. Don't know if you have issues in terms of your head is constantly hurting. What I do when I have headaches is that I don't know if you saw my video with the percussion massager. I use it. I actually use it to massage my head, and since I've been using it, I don't have headaches that like that. My head is not tender anymore. It is like a game changer for me. Memory issues, guys. I used to have poor memory, poor memory. Like literally I had to write down everything that I'm going to be doing or save it on my phone. I'll get up to say, okay, I'm gonna go in the kitchen to do something, and I'll get in there and I'm like, what was I going in the kitchen to do? I had to like try to say it in my head constantly to remember what I'm doing, but that is not the case anymore. I noticed that that has changed for me. And as I said, at the end of the video, most of these things that I keep on mentioning and saying at the end of the video, these are the things that I think have been a contributing factor to relieving or minimizing some of these issues. Another thing is chills. I don't know if you've experienced, but I used to experience it where I just feel chilly for no reason. But I normally like sometimes feel hot too for no reason. But anyways, I feel chilly sometimes for no reason. Hair loss. Now, I think I've mentioned in a video before, it's like a year now I've been trying to grow back my hair. And I noticed, well, it's not what it, when I was younger, a year I would have way more hair than this because I had my hair low. A year I would have way more hair than this. But it's coming. But I realize that when I comb my hair, I really have a lot of shedding than I should be having or experiencing. I know some is due to my eczema, but I've been working on that in terms of things that I've been taking. It has been helping. But yeah, loss of hair, they say it's a part of perimenopause. Menopause are a symptom of perimenopause or menopause. Fatigue, brain fog. So I'll just run through some of them that it's just and you can identify as to what it is. Bloating, dizziness. I don't know. I used to go through this, but I don't. It could be possibly an issue that something that I'm doing wrong. Sometimes when I lie down and I put my hand right behind my head here, I notice that sometimes I get dizzy. Or for whatever other reason, I found myself, I've gotten dizzy and I just can't associate it with anything um other than what I've read about, menopause or perimenopause. So it's dizziness. Palpitations. Now, guys, about 2 years or so, I went to the doctor to do a checkup, and I got a heart monitor because they say I had heart palpitations just to test to see what was happening, why I was experiencing heart palpitations. And when I went back, they said they didn't see anything abnormal. And they said to me there are lots of persons who go through heart palpitations, but I wasn't feeling it. And they told me based on a position they had put me in, I should be feeling the heart palpitations. I didn't feel it. Now they said to me that if I at the Heart Foundation, whatever you want to call them, If I start to feel the heart palpitations, then I can come back in and they will burn the area to get rid of the heart palpitations. But guess what, guys? I found out in terms of reading and doing a little bit more research, you can get heart palpitations because of perimenopause. No, I think it's just so important that different areas of medicine, it's good to have specialization, but it's also good to be able to know certain things in different areas of medicine. And I'm not saying that is the case, but I just really believe that is the case why I have heart palpitations, or why they would have identified that. Even though they say it's not serious because I'm not feeling it myself, which I said if it was bad, I would feel it. But I'm just thinking, because all these years of doing checkup or whatever, nobody ever noticed that. And now they have noticed that I have heart palpitations. And I'm just gonna say, I think it's because of perimenopause. Right? They talk about burning of the mouth. I don't know. I've never experienced that. Tingling limbs. I've experienced that. But I also think it could be because of, I don't know, possibly my sugar being too high. I don't know. But yeah, that is one. Tingling of the limbs. So these are the points that I've read or possibly experienced myself. Now, guys, in terms of the things that I was saying earlier, that I will tell you at the end, I think a game changer for me is, again, I'm going to go back to it, the okra, in terms of keeping their healthy. And I take probiotics. I've told you this before. That's also a game changer, taking probiotics. Cod liver oil. I spoke to another doctor and they emphasize how important it is to take omega-3, which it's in cod liver oil, and vitamin D. It helps with keeping down their lubricated and plump. So I'm just telling, because I used to take flaxseed also, I used to take, but I realized I haven't taken it off late because I haven't been able to find the whole ones, because I don't like the ones that are already grinded up. I don't want that one. So I have not been taking flaxseed for a while, but consistently I've been taking my vitamin C, okra, my cod liver oil. And how I take my cod liver oil, I blend. Oh guys, I've started to blend my avocado and drink it, because I just still can't get used to chewing it and swallowing it. I just still don't like avocado. So I've started to literally blend my avocado, and I'm able to tolerate it more, and to me it tastes better. So I blend it, and then I take my cod liver oil and my vitamin D. Guys, this is what I know I've been doing consistently for the past couple months. And I've noticed a difference in my skin. Oh, I don't know if I had mentioned it about dry skin. That is also a symptom of perimenopause, menopause, where I noticed that I was having, especially dry skin, is around my eyes. I don't know if you guys, because I inspect myself, right? And I noticed that around my eyes were getting dry. And I realized persons in my age group, eyes are dry. And another sign of aging is, like when you smile, you have a lot of crow's feet. I noticed I have one line here. But I noticed a lot of persons my age and even younger have a lot of crow's feet, like the lines here and under their eyes and around their eyes are very dry. I noticed that my eyes were dry, and I know since I've been taking my cod liver oil, I'm gonna assume, because they say omega-3 helps with dry skin. I've not noticed around my eyes being as dry as it used to, and I have not gotten anything more than the one line that I have here. The one line. I'm not saying you smile, you see this person. I don't know if you look in person's face. I'm sorry, I do it. You see the lines around the eyes. I'm not noticing that around my face. It hasn't gotten any worse than the one line when I smile. A deep smile is that one line. I think that's a game changer for me. The cod liver oil helping with that. And I also use black seed oil on my skin, guys. And I should do a video about skin routine and stuff like that, because I really need to have one, and I have not been consistent. But as you get older, it is important. Another thing, I have not done it, but guys, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do a review on it. Start taking collagen. I understand it's very important in keeping your skin healthy, keeping their healthy and plump. So I'm going to buy kind of stuff collagen. I'm gonna start taking collagen. I'm gonna do a review on it. So guys, yes, so I've come to the end, and I pointed out to you, what I found has been a game changer for me. The drinking your water, the okra, the cod liver oil, or the omega 3, because I take omega 3 and cod liver oil interchangeably, and the vitamin D. But for your body to absorb the cod liver oil or the omega 3 and the vitamin D, take it with a healthy fat. So hence I take it with avocado and take it in the morning, especially vitamin D. You don't take vitamin D in the night, take it in the morning. And guys, for me, that has been a game changer. Now I hope the information that I've shared with you today will be helpful in terms of identifying things that you were going through and you weren't sure why it is that you were going through, or possibly realizing that you are going through these things. And just tell me, as again in the comments, what is your experience, what you'd love share with the community. Let us know what you're going through, so we can help each other, so we know things we can do, we shouldn't do, whatever it is that, as I said, you're experiencing, whatever knowledge you've gotten, share it with us, because I would love, I'm so interested and invested in my health as I get older, because I don't want to be unhealthy, or I don't want to be unhappy getting older. I want to embrace and enjoy it. So share in the comments, anything that you think is important, that we would love to know, we would like to know, we would like to get information on. So guys, I've come to the end of another video, and I really appreciate all of you who have stayed to the end to hear, my little game changer. And if you did stay to the end, I'm gonna ask you to, you know, tell me if you think my game changer, if it makes sense, and tell me if any of you ever tried the okra. I know it's really not, so great, but tell me if you've ever tried drinking the okra, and if it has been helpful to you. So guys, thanks again for joining, and see you in another episode of 40 and Beyond. Bye guys.